I feel for the man. Like, this is how it always goes. Like, he always gets swept multiple times per game. So they decided to race and trade against your land, because the land is still important. Cut down, alright. What about the second one? Haha, he has double cut. Alright, I see. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today a deck that will absolutely blow your mind. Not only it has Jin Gitaxias, not only it has Sharks, it also went 100% win rate, and we won all of the games we've played with the deck, and we ranked from, I think, 700 Mythic to breaking top 400, so that was really cool. We will also see our friend of the channel, and you know who I mean, so it will be pretty fun video. I really honestly had a lot of fun with this one deck. It was a blast, so I really enjoyed this version. It is more creature heavy than usually, but there is logic to this madness. With Dennick, Chrome Host, Seedshark, all the Wandering Emperor tokens, and finally Jin Gitaxias. You have a lot of creatures, so they will probably burn the removal on Dennick and Chrome Host, and then Jin Gitaxias comes into battlefield and they usually are out. And even if they have, we have Spell Pierce, one of the cards I really like using, and it shines when one of your creatures has ward, especially mana based ward. So suddenly if they try to remove it with Go for the Throat, they need to pay 4 mana. Then you can Spell Pierce, and it means they don't have enough. So for 6 mana you can just go with Jin Gitaxias on the play and absolutely make sure that it won't die, even if they have perfect answer. And the tempo that you get from this ward is really meaningful. You will see in some of the games. As you know, Jin Gitaxias' passive is that whenever you cast a non-creature spell with mana value 3 or greater, you draw a card. So for this reason we are building a lot of cards with 3 mana or higher. I started with Wash Away, however it's converted mana cost 1 even if you cleave it, so Dissipate is still better together with Jin Gitaxias. And one cool interaction, Syncopate. Even though it's basically a make disappear early game that lets you counter for 2 mana, it is still converted mana cost 3 or higher if you make X of 2 or higher. So it means you draw cards with Jin Gitaxias, and that's a cool interaction. So really cool stuff. I think you will enjoy it. Results were great, games were absolutely amazing. So what more to want? And we are playing with Jin Gitaxias, which is one of coolest cards I think from the last sets. So guys, if you appreciate it, if you enjoyed the video, or you will enjoy the video, don't forget to subscribe. First, you won't miss future videos with cool decks like this, and also you help the channel and you say thank you basically. So really appreciate for anyone who subscribed so far, and thank you guys for sticking with the channel so long. It always makes me smile when I see some long-term viewers still here. Like, you know, it means that you guys are happy with the content, and that means a lot to me. So with that being said, I hope you will enjoy the games and have fun, guys. Spell Pierce. Man, this card is amazing when you hit it quickly. Like, absolutely amazing. Let's see what the matchup is. Alright, we start with the blue, because we have Spell Pierce. And until end of the game, we should be protected against a lot of stuff. Yeah, looking pretty good so far. I would love to hit something with the Spell Pierce though. We will go with the first for Discover right now. And we will just try to keep hitting lands. No Emperor mana, so we can safely tap out, I think. We discard Plains because we have double blue for Dissipates. That's a rough one. That's a rough one. But I don't want to tap out. If I play Shark, it dies instantly. And then he plays something that I cannot answer. I think it's Soul Partition. It's the worst of cards I have in the hand. And Spell Pierce can be absolutely game deciding, depending on what happens. Alright, let's start the show. First answers are already needed. And we still get the Samurai, whatever he does, which is part of the appeal of Emperor. Emperor is an insanely strong card. That's a huge tap. Imagine if we had 1 extra mana for Spell Pierce, but he was on the play, so that's why he has this mana. However, still, now he is tapped out. Which means that Syncopate and Spell Pierce are in the game already. And he's down to 4 cards. Memory Deluge makes sure that we are ahead. Even Dennick gives nice card advantage at some point. Like, you get 2 for 1 with this one. Go for the throat. Alright. It is what it is. We still have a lot of value, so we don't need to be scared about this one. And the Samurai is doing work anyway. It also means Mirrex on his side cannot be really used. Let's slowly ramp up the pressure. We still have Deluge and counterspell. Like, we have 3 counterspells and a card, so it doesn't get cooler than this as a control archetype. Alright, when we play this, he probably will kill something. I do not super mind. It's a card for card, so... Oh boy, he's really tapping out. So we could spell Pierce, but it's just better this way. Look at those cards, man. We are getting free value. And we are getting more and more ahead. And with the Spell Pierce, we know that we can feel safe at every spot. Oh, he will... Oh, wow. that's so bad. Oh, he's not in a good spot. And he is tapped out a little bit. I don't think he has instants, man. I actually wanted him to have instants, because then I could Spell Pierce him nicely. But I guess we are winning easier than I expected. And that's a top 200, right? Tear Senders. They work on Kumano, so they're kinda okay cards. Nah. Let's see the removal. Here it is. I would love to have a land, but it's okay. Oh, man. He took it. So, okay, I think it's just a Mirrex trigger. He didn't have removal previously on the last turn, so I don't think he drew it. I think it's just Mirrex. And we say go. With those, we know... Oh, see? That's why Spell Pierce is so cool. When you see Spell Pierce in a situation like this, it's like, oh my god, I'm out. He might explode after the Spell Pierce. Told you, even after so many turns, you can still get it. 2. We don't mind the pressure, it's pretty cool, especially that we can use Mirrex. And as you can see, that was enough. Man, Spell Pierce allowed us to Syncopate and also Mirrex, so even saving this mana sometimes helps so much. No, is that our friend Acrylate? Is he still Celestial Enchantments? I mean, I will Sunfall him. Let's see, maybe he switched. Our hand is not super amazing, and we don't have any Cardo, and we don't have flexible counterspell. Yep, still here. So all we need to do is hit 5 lands and Sunfall and we win. Nice sleeves though. Alright. And here it is. Again. Our hand is very not interactive right now, so, you know, we'll try. I will make a stop. On the bright side, we are getting clans until Sunfall, which is our main win con. Alright, 1, 2, 3. So he thinks we might have a counterspell. Yeah, he probably noticed here. And it looks like a counterspell, so hopefully he will play a little bit different. Now we are unlocking the Emperor, which is really good. Let's see what onslaught will come to our face. I mean, he doesn't have a great record against us so far. I mean, I think we're like 4-0 with him. He can play one more spell. Audacity? Of course. Alright, so that's a big decision, and that's not a decision. It's just a pure explosion material. I counter it because he will get this card back after we Sunfall, and this is not the damage that is enough to kill us. Oh, I wanted to do it so much, but I won't. I fear for the man. Like, this is how it always goes. Like, he always gets swept multiple times per game. Alright, 5 cards. He still has card advantage, but our cards are very strong. Here's Calix. Cool. It will be a 3-3. I will play Mirrex because I want to pretend that that's the play I want to make, so that I will just make a token. This also explains priority, so hopefully he will attack with the Calyx and Audacity. This is the only creature that can attack on this turn. We have, of course, the thingy. And he's splitting. Very good, very good. We could also play Jin Gitaxias and go with the Emperor, but I want to catch Calyx. And if he doesn't play anything... Smart. He's learning. I'm proud, man. Like, that's some good gameplay so far. Alright. Never mind. No, jokes aside, he should be attacking. Like, he cannot just wait until, you know, we recover. However, it's not looking good for him. We already have a 4-4, man. Lance. Is that Jin Gitaxias moment? I think we need one more Emperor, and then we recover with Jin Gitaxias and Memory Deluge, and that should be enough. Do I want to double block? I won't, because I have another Emperor. It might give him information that we have another Emperor, but it can also look like we want to double block, so I'm hopeful. Let's see if he taps out, what he plays. He needs to do something before the combat phase. They don't have instants generally, so it means they need to basically lay out their plan in advance, and then you can just safely answer. And usually your answers are just simply better. So accurate. I think it will go the usual way. Oh boy. Ha. Ha ha ha. No priority. So he will draw a card. But then we go with the Jin Gitaxias Memory Deluge plan. So he will recover. He's bored. We are pretty tapped out. Oh, I should make like this. Stops can help. Catilda, a good card. A very strong one. And that's... oh boy. Shuffler. Good, very, very good. So, I think this is the Jin Gitaxias moment, because after this attack we can absolutely recover super hard. This kind of forces him to go in the weird way, right? Because he wants to hit my face, but then I use -2 on the Emperor, and if they target Emperor, it's super bad for them. So he needs to answer Jin Gitaxias, because we will get insane card advantage in one turn if this stays. Alright. However, it means that he needs to pay basically all of the mana, so even though he removed it, normally he's super ahead in tempo because he has 3 extra mana. This was 5, he paid 2. But with Ward, as you can see, it costs him full mana anyway. And then we can just do this and win the game after it. If he followed up with one of those 2 cards, we wouldn't be so ahead. So Ward, even if Jin Gitaxias gets removed, just he's never ahead after this play. And we're breaking top 400 with the deck. We didn't drop a single one, I think. Alright guys, we are good enough to be on the play, so that's huge. And he's the fairy, but without the fairy, you know. the classic stuff. I should pass the turn, because it's not like I'm countering anything, and I don't want to show the Syncopate too much. Let's go like this. So at least for partition we don't need to pain ourselves. Mirrex can be useful for second white, I guess, at some point. So we don't need to pain ourselves. Alright, I think I know. But we'll see. Definitely a land for the turn. I mean, there's not much choice here, right? I hope he pumps the sleeper, and then we will be absolutely dominating the game. Because this is his turn. He needs to make something like Trespasser that is super strong, or just, yeah, removal. But we'll do the Shark again. He might answer with Shaw, which is probably not great for us, but... we could also go on the next turn. Alright. That's not what I originally wanted to do, but the fact that I can Syncopate for 1 on the next turn is pretty huge. Cut down. Alright. One of the few ways to not be card negative against Trespasser. So sure, that will be very scary, and I'm not sure if we won't die to this. But I will still go with the Shark. That's the wrong tap. Mirrex. Man, oh, Mirrex always gets me. It doesn't make a huge difference because fortunately we have white mana, but definitely Mirrex not the land we needed to be, you know, untapped. Here she is. Here she is. Oh, cut down or just a priority? We cannot really tell. It felt like a cut down. Still think it's okay. It also gives us the token. So the point is I'm thinking about Sunfalls. With Memory Deluge we should be able to Sunfall this. Yeah, we can also activate this stuff. I'm not going aggressive. We win this matchup by card advantage. So they will just explode when they won't have plays. Oh, perfect. The point is that we have open mana, and it seems pretty obvious that maybe we have a counter spell. They don't have 6 mana for sure, but still. It's not the play you make lightly most of the time. Sure. Like, we can make a 4/4 for the next turn, so that will be the last hit he gets very easily. Mirrex, bro, please. Alright, and here it is. If they remove the Shark, we already got the value. Alright. This and this, I think. Those are the cards. We activate this guy. And as you can see, we are slowly taking over the game, and each one of those is one of the cards from his side. I think we just chill. You know what? We could also Soul Partition and try to go for lethal. With Mishra's Founder they won't be able... Oh, yeah, thinking, sorry guy. So we could be racing, because with Founder he cannot race us against 6 power a turn. It can be even more, right? And then we what? If he goes for Sleeper? We just... Alright, I think that's the play. I kinda like it. We don't super need to be aggressive, to be honest, but I think it's okay. He will draw a card, but the life loss is also meaningful. With this we kinda give away that we are not expecting to use Mirrex, right? They did not draw a card, that's interesting. I would think they would, but that's fine. If they spend so much mana to get Sleeper again, alright, this one has to be here. You can always just activate those tokens if we really want to be aggressive. They are attacking. Interesting. So they decided to race. Sure. I will get this guy and trade against your land, because the land is still important. Cut down, alright. What about the second one? I could do it anyway. He has double cut. Alright, I see. He's definitely invested in this plan. Let's go like this. We have basic, and I want to see the cards. Oh, Spell Pierce. A bit late. Definitely a bit late, but still we'll take it. I kinda want to keep playing stuff, you know? Sure, that is a small of a problem. So how much he can pump it? 3 mana for Foundry. Yeah, that's probably pretty efficient. And he will have 3 more. So he gets this to 3/3. He attacks for 5. For all the mana. Alright, 5. We go for 6. Bruh, I know. I actually need to think in this thinking game, you know? So, 6 damage, we can go with 9. No, that was main phase, so it has summoning sickness. With Dennick we can get some more time. But then we don't have counterspell, which hurts. I still think we go for the race. Oh, that's not something I expected. That's good for us. He kinda folded them. Alright. So the point is that I need to be prepared for sure that, but he will play the sleeper probably. Still, I can activate the token, keep all the mana, and play Dennick to negate some of the damage. That's a good one. That is a good one. So he can play sleeper only, right? If I dissipate, I can just overrun him. Oh, the pain lands 7. 7, 5, 3, 1. Alright. I don't think he will be able to kill us. So I'm doing it because I really want to have a lot of pressure, and those 3 trees will be able to attack on the next turn, so it will also force some blocks probably. And with Dennick, right, we've spent 4 mana and we still have the Dennick mana. Yeah. They're really going for it, man, but I don't think that's a good strategy. I don't think that wins them. Yeah. I mean, they took strategy that they already see is not working. They tried to race, but not without Dennick he would also lose, but we had double creatures as well. So not sure about this road. I think the value was the way to go. Alright, already some sketchy hand. We'll definitely just keep drawing clans, it's fine. You like me. We will see, my friend, we will see. Let's go with the aggro pretending road. And we'll go with Syncopate, so our early game is okay. Alright, so we know the deck. Extremely good draw, probably the best in the deck. So far so good. This is definitely something you don't want to see. This one has Vigilance, so Emperor won't be as good, especially that it has Flying. They will be playing Michiko. However, I think that's one of the ways to go around it. Let's see if they can answer the Shark. The Shark of Doom. Alright, I mean, it's okay, kinda. Alright, so all we need to do is wait until turn 5. So he will be able to start attacking us, but it will take a while. Hopefully we can play Sunfall before. Alright, I think all we need to do this game, just hit 2 lands and we win. That's it. Hopefully before he can just leave the untapped mana. Alright, I actually will play this, even though we lose the negate. But the fact that we can already live game and slow the game so much is already extremely worth it, especially with second Emperor. So you know, it is looking good, even though our early game was extremely scary, man. I didn't think we will get those lands, to be honest. Alright, so he always taps out fully, so this will be a full artifact deck. Probably Michiko is also there, not hitting our stuff. That's never good. This creates more pressure, it slows the game more, because they suddenly need to devote some of the damage to Emperor. All we need to do... Like, I would love to play Sunfall and win the game right now. The point is that we generally don't want to do this in open mana. I'm not sure if he plays counter spells, he might. Definitely colors for it. So no, that's the big thing. Yep, it is a 4/4. And I can also negate, so pretty good stuff overall. And then I can start making samurais, try to slow the game even more. Oh, that's so cool. I hate countering it, man. I would give him this one, but I don't want him to take it in the wrong way. But so cool that he's trying this kind of stuff. This card is actually really strong, but it's just not strong enough for the meta usually. But man, this Living Breakthrough won me so many games. It's such a fun card. And this is a shuffler hand, you know? I'm not sure if that's a mulligan, man. It feels like a mulligan. Alright, I will try, but I think we'll lose with this hand. I honestly think so. Yep. On the draw against Mono Red with triple Emperor and no lands. Doesn't get better than this. Double Soul Partition, triple Emperor, 2 lands. Yeah, that will be our loss probably. Cool. Our opponent, of course, having the perfect curve on the play. And it's great, I always enjoy this deck. It's just so great. So we will Soul Partition the adversary. Maybe Feldon, depending on how he plays. Yeah, sure. He drew it, by the way. Otherwise he would start with it, probably. Alright, you know what? That's actually not as much damage as we normally get. Let's see if he attacks. Maybe he won't, for some weird reason. They usually think for around 1.5 seconds extra when you have open mana, and I never know what it changes. The Shark. You know what? Shark is pretty cool. So he can play land and adversary, but it will be 3-3. It will also mean that he cannot attack with both, because then we kill the chick. So it gets awkward. This is a lightning strike mana. Double attack. Huh. I still think we need to go for it. At the worst case we kill the chick. And he also needs to devote card into the Seedshark. He might have play with fire, but the mana seemed like lightning strike. Normally I don't block, but with Tarkir we kinda have to, you know? Alright, I mean, that's the triple Emperor. Let's make it awkward. That was one of the reasons I kept it, because Emperor has so much value that you can actually burn through 3 of them before you die, because each Emperor just helps you to survive. Alright. I don't want him to get those cards, man. We'll go for 1. We will pain ourselves, because we enjoy having low HP. So how do we go for it? This can be blocked with -1. I actually think we go for the chick for some reason. Otherwise, what happens? He plays Kumano. Alright, let's go responsible route. It still is extra damage, so, you know, I don't want to lose by this damage. Let's see the play. We have Mirrex, so he might always think that maybe we're keeping mana for Mirrex because we don't have anything better. Alright, so he played it before the attack phase, which is helpful, because it can hit Emperor. Very nice. Thank you. And as you can see, we are probably still winning. Oh boy, oh boy. This is so tempting, but we still will go with the Emperor. Especially that his next play is adversary into a blind attack, fully tapped, which is perfect fuel for next Emperor. Alright. That will be a lot of counters. I'm not sure if he just drew it, but it's a good one. It's a good one. 4-4. Emperor will still keep us afloat. He doesn't need to hit this one. But I guess it's okay decision. He assumed that we'll chump block, so he gains 4 damage this way. However, he doesn't realize how shuffler our hand was. And we're back to 13. Now we play Dennick. We plus, and he is kinda out. We also have Soul Partition to defend either Emperor or Dennick, or just exile his stuff, so I'm pretty sure he lost. Right, Dragon? Yeah. Moonred dying always makes my day. So, as you can see, even with this kind of weird draw, we still managed to go for it. 4-4-4. I mean, that's a cool rank.